Go-Go Gadget ink pen. Yeah, Go-Go Gadget microphone.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm practicing my Go-Go Gadgets. We got Andy Hayward on the show tonight, man.
I know, I'm so excited, but you can practice all that later.
Go-Go Gadget, new host.
Dance like the moves that you're doing on purpose. Sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you. Pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
And now our own inspector of late night, Jason Suel.
I was flipping burgers is what I was doing.
I couldn't see from my perspective.
I know. I don't know why I decided to flip burgers. Probably because our studio smells so amazing right now.
It does smell amazing.
I can't even tell you how excited I am to welcome our guest, Andy Hayward, to the show. So here's the deal. Andy, creator, producer of some of my favorite cartoons from when I was a kid. Yours too, I'm sure. Just name a couple.
I watched all the stuff
This morning.
Yeah,
yes, Inspector Gadget, Dennis the Menace, Captain Planet. I'm just naming a few. Super Mario
The
Brothers,
Smurfs.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Man.
This guy has done so much. Yes.
Wow.
So prolific, and we have him in studio. We're gonna have a conversation with Andy a little bit later in the show. We've got the Shotgun Billies on the show. The Shotgun Billies, they're in town for the Power of Music Festival. An amazing, amazing sound. Can't wait to hear them a little bit later on the show. And then we've got one of my favorite chefs right here in Northwest Arkansas.
Always good to have him in
It's always good to have Chef Michael Robert Shaw on the show. Chef, what are we gonna be cooking up down there at the chef's table?
So today we are going to be cooking up some beignets from our new food truck, 3 cents an acre.
Ooh. Yes. So we got so much happening on the show. We hope you'll stick around because we got all those things happening later. Hey! What are you doing? You're in my car.
We're here to talk about the power of music.
Yes! I love talking music with you guys. Kevin, Betsy, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being in my car when I got in my car.
That's kind of what we do. We're
That's kind of what we
stalkers.
do.
Ooh, good music.
Well, we like music.
We like music.
5 musics.
I'm so glad, we were gonna bring you into the studio and then we thought we could have a lot of fun just in the car driving around talking about music, so let's do that.
Everybody listens to music in their car, so it's very apropos.
I know, it's totally apropos. First of all,
Yes.
before we get to the Power of Music Festival, which is coming up very soon, let's talk about the I'll Fly Away Foundation. Tell us about that.
So the I'll Fly Away Foundation, as you know, we're about songwriting and creating music. So we take professional songwriters like Candy Lee into the classroom, and
Right.
we create songs about what they're learning. Like the kids are learning, we teach them the 5 steps of the writing process using songwriting, and then the kids write songs about what they're learning.
So the kids actually get to write songs about the curriculum
The
that they're
curriculum
learning
that
in
they're
the
learning.
classroom.
So if they're learning about the scientific method, we'll write a song about the scientific method. If they're learning about their math times tables, we'll write a song about times tables.
That's awesome. And does that happen year long? Is it pretty consistent?
We do mostly in the fall,
Okay.
only because there's so much testing in the spring. So we try to concentrate things in this fall so the kids can get a full week, because we're there Monday through Friday.
Right.
Get a full week of concentrated songwriting.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's very cool. And to support that program that you have happening, you have a big music festival.
10 musics.
It's coming up very soon. The Power of Music Festival. Tell us about it.
Our music festival. It's May 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and it's all in downtown Bentonville. We're going to have supply the music for First Friday on the square, so everyone
nice.
loves First Friday.
Of course, yes.
So you come on out, and we're going to have some local musicians, as well as musicians from Nashville come in to perform on the stage.
That's awesome.
And we're also going to be doing some songwriting with the Teen Action Center in Springdale.
Nice.
And those kids we're doing a workshop with them, and the week before they'll come up and present the new songs that they've written as well.
Very cool. And that's one of the things that I love about the Power of Music Festival is that some of these people who have written songs professionally, songs that you may have heard of or may have heard on the radio, all of this great music.
15 musics.
You get to meet the people behind the face, you know, the people who
Right.
wrote the songs, which is really neat.
It's really neat because they will tell the stories behind the music that they've written, and then you actually kind of get an insight to, it's like, oh, well, that makes sense, because how many times have we heard a line in a song and we're like, I don't get that.
Right.
And you're going to meet the guy who wrote it and said, oh, this is how it works.
Yeah. Now, I know that one of your spots that you have, the venues, is Meteor Guitar Gallery.
Meteor Guitar Gallery.
Right there.
That's right,
Yeah.
128 Central.
Yes. It's happening only for 3 days, did you say, Kevin? And how many venues? Obviously, First Friday and Meteor. Any other spots? Tell us about it.
Yeah, so on Friday we're at First Friday and we're taking over all of the music from downtown Bentonville.
That's awesome. That's going to be happening right here.
in
right
front of
here.
the courthouse
Yeah, I
is
love
where
it.
the stage will be set up.
Sure.
And Saturday we have a class for local musicians and local people who just want to learn about the music business.
Sure.
So we have 3 industry professionals coming from Nashville that have been in the music business for a long time. And they're going to teach a class on Music Business 101.
One of the gentlemen coming for the master class is Chris Oglesby, who is the Senior Vice President of Creative.
Oh.
And his job literally is to find new talent and sign them. So he could come here and fall in love with someone, and you could have a publishing deal by the end of the Power of Music weekend just because Chris is here.
20 musics.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the music is just, it's everything. It just touches a place in us that's so deep.
I know, and I think that's why it's so cool that Northwest Arkansas and the music scene here is really starting to pop.
Oh, it's so exciting.
And people like you doing the I'll Fly Away Foundation and the Power of Music Festival each year, in every classroom, it means so much. So we appreciate you being a part of our community, and I'm looking forward to the festival, guys.
We're
It's gonna be
looking
great.
forward to you emceeing again this year
Yes.
too. Yes.
I'll be there. I'm thrilled about it. It's fun every year.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks for taking the time. Thanks for meeting me in my car. I know that we're all short on time, so I appreciate that we were able to make this work.
Hey, got to make it work. We're all busy.
Yeah, I guess I'll just leave you guys here. This is where I'm gonna hop out. I don't know how you got in, but see you later.
All right.
Bye.
All the musics.
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we're here in the hot tub section at Sam's Furniture, and I'm joined by Sean Schwartzman from Potter's House. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about the mission of Potter's House.
The mission of Potter's House is to build and strengthen our community across socioeconomic and ethnic lines. We see that there's a big divide in our community, and we're trying to bring people together across those divides into really healthy long-term relationships.
Yeah, and how do you do that? You have some programs?
Yeah, so we do. We have a preschool, we have after-school tutoring, small groups, mentoring, job training, leadership. So there's lots of programs that really touch kids from 6 months old all the way to adults, and trying to get people to the place that they have these diverse, healthy social networks.
I love that. You know, a lot of people know Potter's House from your thrift stores and your stores that you have all throughout Northwest Arkansas, but I love to hear the mission and the why behind what you do, creating those genuine relationships. And nothing brings people together like a good old-fashioned hot tub. Right, Bo?
Yeah, but I thought these things were supposed to have water in them.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back Later with Jason Suel. I'm so honored to welcome Andy Hayward to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
My privilege.
Man, you are awesome. You have done, I don't even want to start listing all of the cartoons and the illustrations that you have done, but maybe you could name a few of them that I would recognize from every Saturday morning of my childhood.
Well, when I began, I was a writer.
Yeah.
And I worked on Smurfs, Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Jetsons, Huckleberry Hound, Yogi Bear, pretty much all the ones at Hanna-Barbera.
Yes.
I subsequently started my own company.
Yeah.
And then over the years, I produced 5,000 half hours of children's television.
So what was your company?
It was called Deke
Deke?
Entertainment.
You were Deke?
Yes.
I
See,
grew up
Bo?
on Deke. Yeah.
So
Deke.
we did, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We did Inspector Gadget, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Hello Kitty, Dennis the Menace.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Super Mario Brothers Super
I
Show
love
with
that.
Captain Lou Albano.
Yeah,
exactly.
yes.
Real Ghostbusters.
Oh, the real ghost. That just recently came, like they released all of that on DVD and streaming.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Rainbow Bright, Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears, Where's Waldo,
My
G.I.
gosh.
Joe, Captain Planet, among others.
Yes, that's.
So.
I feel like what I have done here is to bring Andy and Bo to meet each other. This is a match
Dude.
made in heaven.
Dude,
Are you excited?
I'm
Bo?
hyperventilating.
I know. Can you give us a good what was it? The bad guy on Inspector Gadget was
Dr. Claw.
Yes,
Oh my
thank
God.
you.
Yeah,
See?
see?
Yes.
Damn,
Yeah,
he's
I know.
good.
He nailed it. He nailed it.
I spent most of my
Completely.
life watching
Completely.
these things. So.
Just in your closet practicing
yeah,
voices.
exactly.
Okay.
Well, you know, in Inspector Gadget, the voice was played by Don Adams, who was, of course, from Get Smart.
Yeah, get smart, Don.
But
really?
Don would get tired, and after a few episodes, we had a guy who would stand in for him named Maurice LaMarche, who by himself is also a tremendous voiceover artist. He'd always say, you know, Maurice does me better than me. Why don't you have him do the rest of the episodes? So,
Man, voice talent is a real thing. I mean,
next time.
oh my God.
I know. He's good. He's good.
very good.
That's why we have him here. He does voices. So, Andy, obviously you're prolific. You've done so many things, and you have a couple things, some projects you're working on right now that people can see. Tell us about those.
Well, everything we do now, we try to stay focused on content with a purpose. I've done, you know, enough. I didn't want to do 12 pounds more of pastrami. I've done that.
Right.
So we have two shows we're very focused on today. One is on Netflix. It's called Llama Llama. It's based on a series of books.
That's right. I recognize the book title.
Very successful series. They've sold 20 million books.
Wow.
And it is a metaphor of a single mom raising a family on her own, imparting positive values.
Oh, I love it.
Jennifer Garner plays the voice of
Wow.
Mama Llama.
Yeah.
And it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. We're starting our second season now.
That's amazing.
We're very proud of it.
Yeah. Good.
So, and then we also have going on now a series called Rainbow Rangers.
Ooh, I looked this one up. This one looks really good.
Well, we're proud of this one too.
Yeah.
Different play pattern, different story. 7 girls, all different colors, live on the other side of the rainbow in a magical land called Kaleidoscopia.
Ooh.
And they are the Earth's first responders. When something goes wrong on Earth, they are called and they use their powers. They work together. They are empowered girls. They're not helpless princesses.
Right.
And we want them to be positive role models, and they also protect the animals of the Earth.
Man.
So,
and both of those that you've described have such a purpose and an intentionality to them, and I love that.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of at this point in my career, that's really where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
As I said, I didn't want to do another 12 pounds of corned beef.
That's right. And you're here in town. You're working with the Helen Walton Children's Enrichment Center.
Yes.
You're here. You're emceeing an event that they're having. Maybe you can talk to us a little bit about how important it is to enrich the lives of children in positive ways.
Well, it's kind of a virtuous circle. I was very flattered when my friend Stephanie Funk called me up and said, would you like to come and be the MC of our event that we do, our fundraiser? And I asked to learn a little bit about the organization so I could feel if it was something that I could really impart some value to. And, you know, early education is so important.
Right.
And getting kids started on the right track at an early age impacts everything later in their life, their health, their social values, everything. So, of course, when I learned more about this organization, it resonated with me. You know, we do a show with Warren Buffett that teaches kids lessons in financial literacy. And Warren says, the chains of habit are too light to be felt until they're too heavy to be broken.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
My privilege.
He's too legit to quit. We're too legit to quit this show. We're going to keep going. More happening later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
I hit Highway 40 in North Carolina with my pedal on the ground. 25, there wasn't a woman alive that could catch or hold me down. I headed west to outrun a sunset, then I was gone just like a ghost. Tell anyone that ever cared for me, if you see me, you see me, you don't, you don't. 'Cause Lord, I love to hear those wheels roll and whine, living life 1 mile marker at a time. Hey, hey, and Lord have mercy on the wandering child. Hey, hey. Now I was born a rambling man, and that's all I'll ever be. Richard Benson, them highway songs, well, that's the soundtrack of me. Tried to hide myself in a 9 to 5, but I just can't keep still. The only place I'll find any peace of mind is when I'm sitting behind the wheel. Hey, I got rolling in these bones and I'm doing just fine. If I could keep this thing moving down the line. Hey, hey, there ain't no way to change a wandering child. I am just an old road map, and these highways are my veins. Tacoma to Sarasota, San Diego to Bangor, Maine. And when I'm gone, don't weep for long, don't you put me in the ground. Just throw these ashes from a mountaintop so I can blow around and around. Lord, I'm trading in this mansion, if you don't mind, for a big two-wheel on these streets of paradise. And I'ma say goodbye. Lord, have mercy on a wandering child. Lord, have mercy on a wandering child.
Cents an acre's gonna feed us all. It's Michael Robert Shaw.
Yeah! Love it! Michael Robert Shaw in the house cooking up some beignets for us. Cooking up some dough. This looks delicious.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you back. I know it feels like it's been a while.
It has.
I missed the last one.
Feels like home, though, to me.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
When you hear your family.
Well, I got my own theme music.
I
so.
know. You can't beat your own theme
You really
song.
can't.
So, Persephone on Wheels, food truck, evolution, there's some new things happening. Talk to us about what you got going on.
So we at Persephone, we kind of, we do our Mediterranean thing, but we started doing some pop-ups and fried chicken and things like that. It was such a huge hit.
It's just not enough for you. It's just not enough having the one.
Enough. I need
Too legit to quit.
I tell my wife I need like 10 or 12 projects so keep my mind at ease. Yes, but we kind of decided to develop and implement a new truck called 3 cents an acre, which is kind of speaks to the cost of the Louisiana Purchase for the area.
history
Oddly
lesson
enough,
and a food
history,
truck.
Yes, so we're going to be doing some kind of like Creole Southern food.
Nice.
And we're actually going to be in a permanent location right in front of Ozark Beer Company.
Awesome.
In downtown Rogers.
Right
So-
there in downtown Rogers in front of
Absolutely.
Ozark Beer
and
Company.
These beignets will be available all the time. You can actually go ahead and rip some dough off there.
I'm gonna rip some dough in my
There you
mouth.
go. We're actually going to powder sugar those ones.
Okay.
Make it rain down.
Make it rain right now.
Make it rain.
On the ones you're
On those ones right over there.
these.
Those ones. What
Watch
Make it
this.
rain. You just keep going. I'll tell you when to stop.
Oh my
We want to
goodness.
mount it.
Look at this. Look at this.
So this one, you can just take,
That
pull it
one's
down,
fresh.
pat
Okay.
it out.
This is my favorite.
Pat it down. What's
Pat it
this
down.
big stick for?
Yeah, just so we can beat
Get
people
that.
to get too close to the beignets.
Jason, I think you're gonna need a bigger boat.
Oh, you're definitely going to need a bigger boat.
Classic Robert
I'm
Shaw
gonna need
joke.
you to make it rain down a whole lot more. On
Really?
This. Oh, yeah.
Keep going?
Wow.
You ever go to Cafe Du Monde? You never want to wear
Yeah,
black,
man.
man.
You
It's
get
got to
coffee.
be
True that.
covered in white. Just get it in there, bro. Keep going.
You just want to get me dirty, and I
That's good.
love it.
That's perfect. Drop it
We're
in
going
there.
straight to type
greasy.
Drop
1.
right in the greasy. Drop it right in. Boom.
Hey,
That's
Man,
good.
we-
You can
this is
kinda
enough
put-
beignets for like 100,000
Absolutely.
people.
I think that might be good. That's good there.
Yeah, I think 100,000 people.
I think maybe.
Robert Shaw can feed 100,000 people.
for 3 cents a penny.
So we'll sell these on the truck, and you get them a nice little paper bag, and tons of fun things to do. Walk around downtown Rogers, eat
Yeah.
some beignets, get covered in sugar.
Yeah.
Maybe go for a walk around Lake at Atlanta after.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
You'll
and,
need it.
and you'll need that walk,
Yes.
right? You got to walk off those beignet pounds. We're going to keep cooking these up, and I'm going to keep putting powdered sugar on everything.
more.
Yeah, needs
Yeah,
more.
more.
And
Here, put some on this dough.
we're going to have a chance to try this when you come back. We've got more happening later.
2, 3, 4.
Hey, thanks for joining us on our show Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email at laterwithjasonsewell.com. And before we leave, we've got to make sure that we thank our amazing guests, Andy Hayward.
Chef Mike Robert Shaw.
That's right, and the amazing sound of the Shotgun Billies. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
Beignets!